audience of hundreds spends a Saturday night in a parking lot on folding chairs. The attraction? A Midsummer Night's Murals. It's all straight ahead on tonight's Life and Time. So what are you going to do this Saturday night? Well, how about sitting in the middle of a parking lot on a folding chair listening to an art lecture? Believe it or not, hundreds of people in Long Beach do just that. It's a warm evening. The sky is getting dark, but hundreds of people are still busy socializing.
Okay, so you're ready with the music.
And Gregorio Luke, the director of the Museum of Latin American Art in Long Beach, is checking on last-minute details.
Bueno, pues break a leg.
At his characteristic high-speed pace. This is one of his favorite events, splashing magnificent murals onto a huge outdoor wall to be seen as they were meant to be seen.
Always you think that murals, you can only see them if you go there. Right. But now, with the projection technology, you can recreate a mural sometimes better than the original. In other words, the photograph from which you derive the mural sometimes is taken when the mural is in perfect color, perfect tone. And then that mural deteriorates, but the photograph doesn't. So you can still show this.
Tonight, the audience will see the work of what many consider to be Mexico's greatest artist, Diego Rivera.
If you study the work of Diego Rivera, it is as if you were taking a trip throughout the history of art.
Gregorio recounts Rivera's early talent, his tumultuous marriages, and his great love, Frida Kahlo.
He was over 6 feet tall. He weighed more than 300 pounds. And yet, this is a portrait that Frida Kahlo, his wife, his second wife, did of him. And Bertrand Wolff would say that only love could produce such a portrait of Diego Rivera.
Murals Under the Stars is like a drive-in theater, only with folding chairs instead of cars, and murals instead of movies.
I love the fact that we're not elitist, that this is fun. The other day, you know, after we were doing the teardown, I looked like an ocean of cans of beer and cokes and I thought, we have arrived, because I don't think there's any art lecture in the world that can deliver an ocean of beer cans after it's finished. This year, we're commemorating 50 years since Diego died, and I'm pleased to report that he's more alive than ever.
The most formative years in this Mexican artist's life were spent in Europe. And what Rivera himself saw when he went to Italy, the audience sees in 2 sweeping minutes. Now it's time to reveal the murals, beginning with one of his later works depicting ordinary life in Mexico.
There was a lot of things different in Mexico. In Europe, most of the backdrops were darker, and the faces were lighter. In Mexico, the faces were darker and the backdrop was full of light.
His work is replete with politics, social struggle, and rich Mexican history. And through it all, you can see Rivera's love for the common man.
This is a mural in which he presents the unity of the worker and the farmer.
Rivera traveled to America, where he visited an auto factory in Detroit and was amazed by American industrial might.
It's really amazing because you could give a class of engineering and you could spend hours discussing every one of these processes is accurate.
Then the finale, a magnificent work, and by far Rivera's most controversial.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to bring to you the forbidden mural of Diego Rivera.
The mural, commissioned by Rockefeller, encompasses everything: the microscopic world, the heavens, industry and nature, evolution, and of course, politics.
But the problem was that Diego included the portrait of Russian revolutionary Lenin. And Rockefeller said, well, you have to destroy this. I'm not taking that. Besides, you cheated me because you did not include Lenin in the sketch. And Diego says, I did, but he was wearing a cap. So unfortunately, this mural was destroyed by hammering on its surface. My dream is someday to be able to go to Rockefeller Center in New York and project this mural where it's supposed to be. Gracias. Thank you very much.
This Saturday, tomorrow, is the final lecture in the Murals Under the Stars series, featuring the work of Mexican great David Alfaro Siqueiros. For more information, you can go to their website at molaa.org.